Next speaker is Justin Stivano. Justin's a commercial feedlotter from Roma, and he has 3 issues with 3 solutions. That's what we need, the 3 solutions. Thanks, Justin.
Yeah, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Well spoken there earlier, Bill. No truer words have been spoken. If we had a few more like Bill in the industry, we'd be well on track. So, once again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, cattlemen, all others actively involved in the Australian beef industry, or in another terminology, our Australian beef industry. An industry, in my eyes, slowly being eroded in all aspects due to many governing bodies apparently controlling and managing issues well above their abilities or understanding. My intentions this morning are not to bag or demoralise or pinpoint towards the MLA, but to ask for some practical common sense and more commitment early in the decision-making process, when issues are thrown at the beef industry, not of the latter when it is too late. The current MLA body, in all respect, is going down a similar track to our current Labor government, who is showing no commitment or concern to the Australian agricultural industry or beef industry, and decisions are being made without enough understanding or consultation with the rest of the industry, such as making decisions into ventures like the current NLIS system, backed by the government and producers forced into the current LPA stat dec system. There are many reasons to why this system, as we all are aware, was initially brought in, too many to suggest. Many a point needs to be revisited and reviewed immediately on the true reliability of the apparent current permanent tag basis before another multi-million-dollar decision evaporates into thin air. Lifetime traceability, in my eyes, ladies and gentlemen, will never happen in my lifetime with the current system in place. To date, I have never approached or attacked the MLA in any way previous, but I'm sincerely fed up that many issues raised in the past from previous meetings and debates have been blatantly ignored due to the lack of follow-up from both sides of the story. So please, all involved here today, make a concerted effort that all issues of major concern are dealt with immediately and pursued. Too many times we've seen individual groups battle over issues, as we all know, resolve absolutely nothing. I'm fully aware and understand most good operators, as there be many of you here today, are in this industry to make money, and they find it hard to put themselves in any other major role outside of that business. But I think it is a track we hopefully will go down. Someone who actually has proven themselves in the industry to step forward, even to see someone from the younger generation with a bit of nous to stand up to the test and make a mark for themselves. New South Wales, as we all know, are currently struggling in the state of origin. What are their intentions? A total team rebuilding exercise. Something I see the Australian beef industry needs, and needs soon. But for those of you who do not know me, I'm certainly not here to put my name up in lights or blow my own trumpet, but I do want you to understand how I'm affected by the various decisions made by these governing bodies, similar to yourselves. I'm an active member of the beef industry based in Roma, south of Roma in the same area, as a private stock and station agent. My main enterprise is a 999 head feedlot with potential to expand much beyond that, which is currently being stalled by denial of sub-artesian water from the Surat Basin due to an ongoing moratorium. Water that was to be released originally on application in 2007, which leads me to my first point of concern. As I look at this water problem through our own personal enterprise and other feedlot operators, I see nothing but ongoing concern for any expansion of these ventures, which will affect the beef industry as a whole. If the beef industry is to expand and succeed, ladies and gentlemen, with all intentions to promote our product and to produce more beef for export markets, this issue needs to be attended to immediately. And as we can see by previous discussions already today, it's the whole focus of, a lot of focus has been put directly on it already today. It is becoming apparent that no water will be made available from sub-artesian sources for use in agriculture, especially intensive livestock situations. Yet it can be removed, unchecked and unregulated by the mining and gas industry, depleting a supply that is, according to government bodies, at critical needs. As I'm aware and have had ongoing discussions with government departments being DNR, etc., over the continuous moratorium in our area, answers to questions are always inadequate, and once again, dealing with individuals well out of their own league and promoting and making decisions on the expansion of my business and livelihood, which I see as inadequate. This whole water problem needs the complete backing and support of the Australian government and beef industry. It defies all common sense, allowing our precious water supply to be violated without any guarantee that the extraction process is safe. With no long-term damaged aquifers and to see massive evaporation ponds being used basically as rubbish dumps. The mining and gas industries rely on non-renewable resources. Agriculture and the beef industry will exist for many years to come. The hypocrisy of these policies and misplaced government support defies all logic and honestly is a source of endless frustration that the government can put revenue before food consumption. This matter has to be taken to the forefront of the political sector and fought. Let's start on the stability and expansion of our export portfolio. Let's get our water issues sorted, whether being for existing feedlots or further development opportunities. I'm sure and positive the megalitre requirement required for even only a 35% increase in all feedlots in Australia would be the size of a grain of salt, probably 1% of the total water being issued currently in the mining sector. Who would know? My next point of concern, ladies and gentlemen, an issue in another area that has to be pinpointed is an area not many people want to visit due to relationships with meatworks. What I'm about to address is not pointed at any abattoir or any company in particular, but an entity which we as the Australian beef industry have entrusted to evaluate our hot standard carcass weight through the slaughter plant for many years. This is Ausmeat, which we all know as the standard Ausmeat accredited trim. Ausmeat, all would be aware, are responsible for determining a standard carcass grade on every individual body, whether it being P8 fat, butt profile, dentition, etc. My concern is not with the above mentioned to any great extent on these issues mentioned. I think this system is well implemented. But there is one concerning issue which I see as a lot feeder is becoming a concern and costly to the industry, to you the people. The issue I want to put towards the industry and the MLA today is the inconsistency of the carcass dressing percentage, which I've determined is out of Ausmeat's hands due to the amount of standard trim, what is acceptable, and the variation between one meatworks to the next. As a lot feeder with margins always being closely monitored, we run our enterprise like any other business. Consistent monitoring of cattle performance, cost of gains is always to the dot. To back this argument of dressing percentage up, all cattle are always weighed on a full weight basis on trucks departing the feedlot. Numerous times, cattle have been removed out of one pen, same brand, same breed, same days on feed, and gone to separate slaughtering facilities. These cattle have also been killed within the same time frame, and on occasions we have seen percentages of differences of up to 2% in yield. This may seem ridiculous to some who do not pursue or follow their cattle through, but it has been proven too many times and the same repeat offenders. This concerning difference, on all accounts, should not even be a factor, as we as producers are slaughtering cattle under a system deemed fair and standard. This issue has also been noted by countless other lot feeders in similar positions and is classed as an ongoing concern. This is another problem that has to be faced and faced immediately. I will not hang and drag all day, ladies and gentlemen. There are many issues to cover in such a short time. I'd like to thank you for your patience. Well, I could cover all my few minor points, as I know we are surrounded by some very prominent delegates today. My hope for today is that all issues are raised here and followed through, addressed and evaluated, either by the current MLA or a new body if the present one is not up to the task. As we're all aware, this can only happen through, once and all, you've been told a million times, the voting system, where based on previous or past appointments, not enough members are voting. Just remember, 60% of the Australian beef industry, in my eyes, don't even care. So their votes aren't even counting. That's why it's time you people who produce beef for an income stand up and put yourselves in a dominant controlling position. Do not fade into the background like we always have. It's a big wheel, and in my eyes, it's only starting to turn. And mark my words, I've seen too many times out-of-control producers launching attack, going off the deep end, rubbishing and debating issues and walking out the back door and resolving absolutely nothing. So please, let's keep a controlled environment and attack all issues, as suggested earlier, in a professional and practical manner and resolve these problems. I certainly can sense a very strong feeling within everyone here today. And look, ladies and gentlemen, with no more ado to say, there's only one little mark. I noticed the bell hasn't gone yet, so I probably should have wrote a little bit more and hit on my third case. But maybe it is time we created a new beef group, wholly and solely towards the beef industry, from the grassroots up, not on just the marketing side alone, so we can concentrate on issues that are right here and right now facing us and are actually affecting the beef industry to date. This way, people, your money may be spent and put to good use. All avenues need to be covered, not just the marketing side. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak today.